Hello beautiful friends, what is up and welcome back to the Hair by Kait YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you some swatches of Pulp Riot's new Fantasy collection compared to some of the OG semi-permanent shades from Pulp, so you can see how they compare and if these are colors that you would like to incorporate into your arsenal at the salon. Before we get started, if you're not already subscribed to the Hair by Kait YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when new videos are posted. Also, make sure you check out the links down below. That's where you can find my merch, tickets for my upcoming classes, and all of my existing courses. In my last video, I talked about 4 new shades that Pulp Riot is releasing from their brand new Fantasy collection. There's Guardian, Pyro, Elixir, and Sorcery, and all of these shades are so stunning, I can't even get over them. But the major question that I had from you guys was, how do these shades compare to the existing semi-permanent shades? I know a few people were concerned about whether they actually needed to grab these colors, if they look different enough to really warrant going out and buying them. So I made a swatch test on some extensions that I got from Amazon to show you guys exactly how they compare to their counterparts in the OG semi-permanent shades from Pulp. The OG shades that I chose to work with are Nightfall, Velvet, Absinthe, and Fireball. That's going to be a blue, a green, a purple, and a red to match up with the new Fantasy shades because they released a blue, a purple, a green, and a red. I'm going to go through each of the little extension pieces that I made individually and show you guys the OGs compared to the Fantasy collection. I melted them all together so I can actually, hopefully, wear these extensions. The quality is not super great. They were pretty cheap from Amazon, but it definitely got the job done and they all look amazing. So I'm super excited for you guys to see. Our first shades are Nightfall, melted into Sorcery. This is actually 2 little extension wefts that I am sticking together so you guys can actually see them a little bit better. So our top shade is Nightfall, which is a really deep, pretty blue, and our bottom shade is Sorcery. Sorcery is actually an indigo, so it's a blue, but it has a purple tone to it as well. Now, I was not expecting to like Sorcery as much as I do, but actually on a swatch, Sorcery is probably my favorite because it's just so freaking pretty. Having the blue with the purple undertone is going to be awesome for color corrections as well, because if you're trying to get a blue shade on someone but they have a lot of yellow in their hair, you'll be able to use Sorcery and count on that purple to counteract any existing yellow, so you can have a gorgeous blue without having to worry about it turning green. So I'm trying to get a good shot of how I can hold these where you guys can see them up against a clean background so you can really see what the tones are going to look like. But I really just love how these two even blend together, so I feel like this is definitely going to be a color combo that I start to use frequently in the salon. Next up we have Velvet, melted into Elixir. Velvet is a deep eggplant purple and Elixir is our light purple, and this one is so true to what it says it is. Elixir is basically Velvet, but just a lighter version of it, which I absolutely love because now I don't have to fight to try to add a ton of clear into Velvet to get a pretty light purple for my clients. I can just use it straight from the tube and get the exact result that I'm going for. I also really love Elixir because it doesn't have a lot of a pink undertone. It's a true purple. If you've tried to get a light purple using jam, you'll notice that it has a ton of pink. So Elixir is definitely gonna come through and really not drop the ball on being a nice light purple. That's still not a pastel. It's definitely not as pastelized as Lilac is. It's a true bright purple, but it's just a lot lighter than Velvet is. There's probably way better ways that I could have filmed this where I'm not holding these so awkwardly, but is what it is. We're committed now. Here's Velvet into Elixir. This next one is absolutely stunning. I have Absinthe at the top and it's melted into Guardian on the bottom. So Guardian is a lime green, which this obviously is perfect for a lime green shade. It's got a really heavy yellow undertone, so you get that true lime color, and it almost reminds me of Area 51, but it's a lot more pigmented than Area 51 is. Area 51 is our neon green, so this is definitely like almost like a jewel toned, but lime green jewel toned. I'm also just super obsessed with the melt of Absinthe into Guardian. Like I said, these extensions are kind of cheap and I don't work with extensions frequently, so I kind of struggled blending these two together. I was painting them out on saran wrap, and it definitely is not my finest work on the blending of this extension, but just the way that these two colors counteract each other and work off of each other just makes my little heart so happy. I really can't wait to do this on real people. I also have an extra absinthe into Guardian extension that I've already put in my hair because I was so excited and I couldn't wait. I am not coloring my hair right now because I'm actually getting married at the start of the next year, and I just really want to give my hair a good break so it can be super, super healthy. So that's another reason I was so hyped to do these extensions, was I was like, well, I can finally have some bright color in my hair without having to lighten it right now. So this is super hard to tell because my hair is a little too thick just to show one accent extension, but I like my little green baby in there. I think it's super cute and I'm excited for it. For our last swatch, we have Pyro melted into Fireball. So this is the only one that I did backwards. I did the fantasy color at the top and melted it into the OG. And I chose to do it this way because Pyro is a little bit deeper than Fireball is. So Fireball is a little bit of a brighter, or not a little bit, it's definitely the brighter red. Pyro is a blood red and just has a lot more depth to it. So I wanted the deeper of the two tones to be at the base so I could have a nice cohesive melt going down. So I personally am not a big fan of red hair on myself, so I was not expecting to really like Pyro as much as I do, but this is honestly the prettiest semi-permanent red I've ever seen. Fireball is obviously stunning, it's super, super bright, but Pyro is such a gorgeous deep red. I can tell it's got a lot of orange undertones where I feel like Fireball has more of a pink undertone. So this is just completely true to its name, a blood red, and I am surprised at how much I love it, but I really, really do love this one. I don't know if I will actually wear this one too much in my own hair. I feel like I just have too much of a pink undertone to wear bright reds in my hair, but you never know, maybe as like a nice under piece or something, I might play around with it and actually wear this one a bit. And here they all are together. I'm holding this one upside down so you can see the Pyro compared to the other colors. So we have Pyro, Sorcery, Elixir, and Guardian for our new fantasy shades, compared to, if I awkwardly flip them around, Fireball, Velvet, Nightfall, and Absinthe. So if you haven't committed to getting the fantasy collection yet, I will say I do think you can make these tones using existing Pulp Riot shades. But I love having these colors in my tool belt because it's one less step that I'm gonna have to do when I'm trying to create these perfect tones for my client. I can know without a shadow of a doubt that if I just use Elixir, I'm gonna get a gorgeous light purple. And if I want a lime green, I can just use one straight from the tube instead of trying to mix Absinthe and Firefly and 20 different things just to get the one shade that I could easily just reach for and use and know that I'm gonna get exactly what I'm looking for every time. Leave a comment down below and let me know which of these colors you are most excited to try. In my last video, I couldn't stop talking about how excited I was for Elixir, but now that I've done the swatches, Sorcery is so freaking gorgeous, I can't even believe it. And Pyro is one that I never thought I would honestly use, but after seeing it on hair, I'm gonna reach for this bad boy all the time. Everybody's getting red. Watch out. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.